Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Pascal Show. Hope you guys are all doing well out there, enjoying your day, making it positive. For those of y'all who are just wrapping up your day, I hope it's been an amazing one. Hopefully you did something positive and good for yourself, not only for other people, but for yourself as well. All right. But we got to get into this story. We got some things we got to talk about. There's been some new updates revolving around this unthinkable, heartbreaking news that we found out yesterday about a entertainer, a personality, Stephen tWitch Boss. There's a lot to digest here, y'all. There's a lot. What? Hold on.
Let's try that again. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. And welcome to the Pascal Show. Hope you guys are all doing well out there, enjoying your day, making it a positive one. You didn't hear anything I said. That sucks. So I'm just going to repeat it all over again. See, this thing likes to do this program. I'm about to be out of this program real soon, y'all. I'm being real. But anyway, I hope you guys all had a wonderful, positive day so far. For those of y'all who are just wrapping up your day in other corners of the world, hopefully you did something positive, not only just for yourself, but the people around you, you know, spreading that positivity as much as we can. Now, there is a lot that we need to talk about. Okay. Thank you, Raven. I appreciate it. Now I sound like myself. Thank God. But now we got some more information, some new information about this unthinkable thing that just recently happened. I mean, like I said, my mind is still reeling over this. I feel like most of Hollywood is reeling and reacting to this right now, which we are going to be looking at a couple celebrities' reactions to this news about this entertainer, this personality, Stephen tWitch Boss, doing the unthinkable, taking his own life. This is just wild. Okay. It's just been wild. And yes, you know, there have been a lot of speculations. There have been a lot of rumors flying all over the place. But now we got a little bit more information from the wife, Allison Holker. She talks about the last few moments before he disappeared and all that. And we are going to be getting into that very, very shortly. But please do me a favor. You know, just like Debbie just said, hit that like button down below. Send it past 300 likes as I see a bunch of y'all starting to file in. Do not forget to do that for me. I see a bunch of y'all in here. I appreciate you guys for coming in wherever you're watching this show right here. If you're watching on Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, or on YouTube, please hit the likes and whatever you need to do. And of course, do not forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to follow if you're watching on Twitch, Facebook, or on Twitch as well. Interesting that I'd say Twitch and we're talking about Twitch as well. But please do so. That would be greatly, greatly appreciated. And of course, for those of y'all who are just interested in supporting the channel, by all means, hit that join button down below. It'd be greatly appreciated. It supports the channel, helps keep the lights on, and helps me keep giving you guys the stories that you need. Okay? So we got to get into some stories, y'all. We got some things to talk about. Now, the thing is, of course, yesterday we talked about this to great lengths. Actually, we did go into great detail and just discussed openly about the passing of this man right here, Stephen tWitch Boss. Now, again, the internet, Hollywood, the world, any person that any life he touched through his videos, through him being on the show Ellen, through all the other shows that he was a part of, he affected a lot of people's lives. And there's a lot of people right now that are heavily, heavily affected by this news, including myself. I was shocked when I heard about this, absolutely floored. Didn't seem like this is part that it's not expected. But unfortunately, when certain things like this happen, doesn't matter. You never expect someone to do something like this ever. And I know that they've been saying this a lot. They've been saying this on repeat almost. What I'm about to say, and I'm hearing it everywhere, right? Is this one phrase and one phrase alone. You never know what someone is really going through. And I have to say that I know that sounds kind of cliche or overdone or oversaid now, and it is true. You just never know what somebody's going through. You can be the brightest light in the room, as they said. Countless people who have been friends with him, were worked closely with him, maybe met him through interviews or podcasts, etc. They have all said basically the same thing. Even his wife, even Ellen DeGeneres, all the people that have come out and spoken on behalf on a reaction of this unthinkable thing, they have all said that this man was a bright light, that this man lit up the room. He was the life of the party. He had such high vibrations going through his body. All of them are just as shocked as we are. All of them. Now, I know that we can go into speculation land. We can get into it and make it seem like that. I mean, listen, you can find anything in any situation or any case like this and try to find some realm of foul play. All I ask is for everyone to be respectful to the family, respectful to law enforcement, and let them do their job, right? Because it is very easy for us to go into speculation land, which is interesting because there's another video that I'm going to be showing you guys in a little bit here too, where there's another celebrity putting in his 2 cents about this, and it's just so strange, man. I'm gonna be real. It's just weird. Okay. Just very, very weird. But we also have, on top of that, not only just these the statements from the wife, from Allison Holker, but we also have some information from the coroner. We now have officially his cause of demise. So we are going to be talking about that and looking into that as well. And again, I have to say this, and I say this every single time that we talk about things like this. This is a conversation that we need to be having on a normal basis. We need to be checking in on our loved ones. We need to be checking in on ourselves, okay? Because mental health is part of wealth, all right? Mental health is wealth. So please, not just today, not just because this gentleman has passed on doing the unthinkable, all right? Please check in on your loved ones. Period, point blank. Not just because today. I'm saying if you need to start that habit today, then start that habit today and let it be something that you do from this point on. Okay? You know that day when you sit there and go, "Oh man, I haven't talked to such and such in a long time." You know what? Call them. Anytime you have that weird sixth sense feeling in your gut, just call them. Send them a text, anything. Just reach out to the people that you care for. And I hope the people that care for you do the same for you, right? But I've been hearing people like, "Oh, make sure to reach out to your friends today." Not today. Forever. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever, ever. Do it. We all need a little bit of love every now and again, and you never know if that phone call you make is the right phone call. Just wanted to say that really, really quick. Not just today, not just yesterday. You should always be checking on the people that you love, period. And it could be as easy as a text message, again, or a GIF or a GIF, or like a goofy thing. Thinking of you, just something like that. Love you. Holler at me when you get some time. Whatever it is, take 5 minutes out of your day to make a phone call. That's it. That's it. All right. But let's get into some of the stuff. All right. I just need to say that because that was something I didn't get a chance to say last night. And we had a really great conversation last night about this. And hopefully it was eye-opening. Hopefully it made you think. I took a piece of that and put that on my TikTok because I wanted to. I don't know. I don't know. Something was telling me to just. I was just so. I was just so enraged last night, and I mean enraged in a good way. I don't mean enraged in a bad way. Just this information is pulling me in a certain direction. So I just pulled a little bit of the clip from last night's show and put it on my TikTok because it was just to me something was screaming at me to say you need to do more. And maybe by talking about this, putting this conversation out here like this, maybe you'll get other people to have the bravery to step forward and start speaking out for themselves. Because it starts. The only way it gets started is by starting the conversation. That's it. Okay. That's really, really it. But let me get into this. JDR, thank you so much for the 4 Canadian bucks. I really do appreciate it. Okay. But then again, don't forget to hit that like button down below, because the thing is stories like this do not really get the push and the attention and the much needed care and healing power it deserves. The light under the sun, if you will. It'll be there and then it goes poof. It disappears like a thief in the night. And I really would love to get this more out there. We need to start talking about mental health, period. We need to start talking about prevention of things like this, period. It needs to be part of the norm so that we can stop our children, our loved ones from doing these unthinkable things. All right, I'm done. I'm off the soapbox for now. All right. But real quick, Redheaded Riding Hood, welcome back. I think you were a member before, but thank you so much for becoming a member again. I appreciate it. Rejoining. Okay. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. And also, I want to say this too before we hop into this article. I promise you, this is the last thing I'll say, and then we'll get into this. This chat, this family chat, is a safe space for every last one of y'all to speak out. If you're ever feeling dark, if you're ever feeling not happy, if you're ever dealing with anything if you're dealing with anything, please say it. Speak up. Put it in the chat. I guarantee you, if I don't see it, somebody else in the chat's going to see it. We are all supposed to be each other's guiding light. Let's be each other's lighthouse. Seriously. Okay? So that energy should be in the chat. I know we get trolls, we get a-holes every once in a while. That's what it is. But I just want you to know this chat over here is a safe space for us all to speak. So tell us what's really going on. We're here to listen, okay? So, moving on. I love you guys. Seriously. I love you guys. That ain't cap. That's true facts. Let's get into this article, okay? And then I'll look at this super chat in just a minute. And I appreciate all the support. I appreciate you even coming in, okay? Y'all could have been on any other channel right now, and you're here, and that means a lot to me. All right, so here it is. So the wife says, and we're going to be bouncing back a little bit, so I'm just giving you guys the title here. Wife says, Twitch's wife says she told the cops he just left unexpectedly. And then later on, he wouldn't answer his phone. Now, I know a lot of us are wondering a lot of things. People are speculating. Like I said, there's a video that I'm going to be showing you guys in a little bit where it's just going down the realm of speculation land. But at the same time, we're hearing it from the wife's mouth. She went to the cops. And before she went to the cops, he got up. He walked out. He packed a little bag. He walked out the door, leaving his car behind. Like I said, We're going to be looking into some things here. Okay. Hold on. Sorry. Where is it? There it is. So this other part right here. Okay. He checked into the motel again. Monday morning, which we're going to look at the article again. Okay. But it says right here, sources with direct knowledge tells us Stephen checked into a motel less than 1 mile from his LA home Monday morning. He spoke to motel staffers who say he didn't appear to be in any sort of distress and wasn't visibly upset about anything. We're told the 40-year-old only had a small bag with him and had booked the room only for one night. Okay? And of course, this is Stephen tWitch boss right here, and may he rest in peace. It was on Tuesday when tWitch missed his checkout and employees went to his room where they found him deceased in the bathroom with a self-inflicted GSW. Okay? The staffers we spoke with said no one heard any gunfire at any point during tWitch's stay. And of course, this is the part I found a little strange. I will say that, okay? Doesn't mean that this is foul play or speculation land. I'm just saying in general, this is a strange part that no one heard the gun go off. That seems strange to me. They said no one heard the gun go off during his stay, which is possible given the motel's layout. It has separate units, and the structure is in a U shape. So the motel, all the doors lead to the outdoors, right? So once you walk out the door, you're either right on the balcony of a walkway to go downstairs to get into your car, or if you're on the ground floor, you open up the door and there's your car right in your face. I mean, it's straight up traditional motel types of layout. But still, these motels, I'm going to say it again, these motels, their walls are paper thin. Okay? Shoot, I've been in so many motels in my life, on being on tour and all that stuff, in my younger years, okay, where you can hear people 3 doors down. If there's a party or if there's loud music, you can hear it. It's thin. These walls are thin. But then you got to remember, this gentleman booked his room on a Monday, not on the weekend. The weekend would have been busy. I mean, my assumption. You know, motels are usually like, you know, their heaviest times are probably during the weekends, like most hotels and motels, right? Their heaviest, most traffic, okay, goes on during the weekends. Maybe Thursday, Friday, Saturday, everyone's kicking rocks by Sunday. Most traveling happens on the weekends, okay? So it's very interesting that this all went down the way it did. Like he knew what he was doing. Okay? Now, we don't know so far. Somebody just said something about a silencer. SMJ, did he have a silencer? Did the gun have a silencer? We don't know anything about that yet. We don't know anything about that. We just know how he was found, right? We just know how his body was found, where his body was found, and that there was a self-inflicted GSW. And that's how he passed on, which we are going to be looking at the coroner's COD, all right? Because they have spoken out. They have said some things about what has happened here. But again, let me show you guys. Let me pull it up to the top. Okay. So let's get into some more. I think there's a little bit more details here. Okay, so let's move back down. Structure was in a U shape. This is the motel. Okay. It was in a motel. Leading doors would lead outdoors. But still at the same time, each unit is right next to each other, smack dab next to each other. Okay. So let's move on here. Of course, this is his wife. TMZ broke the story, which is the article I'm reading here. Stephen's wife, Allison, was frantic when she reported husband missing, saying it was not like him at all and that he left his car at home. It was around 11:15 a.m. on Tuesday when paramedics were called to the hotel and had pronounced this man gone at the scene. Again, he checked into this motel, or actually he walked, packed up a small bag, walked from his home 15 minutes, less than 1 mile away from his home, and checked into a hotel or a motel, called Oak Tree Inn on Monday morning. And apparently he had only booked that place for one night. The staffers said that he didn't appear to be in any sort of distress. Didn't seem like he was upset at all. Nothing. Seemed like just him being regular. Happy-go-lucky, I'm sure. He had a small bag with him, and he only booked the room for one night. Again, he left his car behind. He walked there. Okay? Wife went to the 250, went to the police station. In the morning of Tuesday, the very next day, which we could still talk about that, and we will talk about that here in a second. And then they say a short time later, this is when paramedics were called and pronounced, tWitch had passed from a GSW in the bathroom of that motel. A maid, allegedly, according to these reports, a maid found him in the bathroom. Okay? So I do want to point that out. I do want to say that and make sure everybody knows that for sure. I just need to pull this thing up really, really quick because I want to make sure we have some things here. And these are things that I talked about last night, but I wanted to bring these up one more again because just to recap before we go into the main thing that we're finding out now. And still, this is still heartbreaking. Again, if you have anything going on, if you're upset, if you're dealing with something and you feel like you can't talk about it, hey, try something. Just say it. Talk about it. Okay. Now I'm sorry. I'm just trying to make sure I have the I have the information because I had this is me shooting from the hip here too right now. Yes. Okay. Now I just want to show you the guys this as well. Because I mean, even so, we talked about this last night in an article. He called the hotel to see if there was any vacancy. He found out there was vacancy, and then he took himself, walked over to that motel, checked himself in, and allegedly never left the room. He never left. So what was he doing for that entire day? Because he checked in Monday morning. Again, Monday morning is when he checked in. Then, of course, I'm going back to some old articles again, but I want to show you guys this again, of course. All right. They say he checked in on Monday morning, walked out the door. Law enforcement sources tells us Stephen's wife, Allison Holker, ran into LAPD station Tuesday and was frantic because she said Stephen had left home without his car, something that was not like him at all. we're told a short time later, around 11:15 a.m., paramedics got a call from for a medical emergency at an LA hotel. They found Stephen there, gone from apparent self-inflicted GSW. Again, still the same story. Nothing's been changed. Okay. Now, let's get into the main event here, the main conversation. All right. And actually, before I do that, let me get into this here because I got I think I missed one super chat. I have two super chats I need to make sure that I address here really, really quick. And then we're going to get into this main article here. Darcy, thank you so much for the 5. I hope people stop ignoring and making light of men who have mental health issues. Yes. And we all have our moments. We all do, right? We all do. But what's frustrating is that we tend to gloss over mental health in men, most definitely. Mental health in Black men as well, most definitely. The rates are astronomically huge within Black men. And for some odd reason, we don't, like, there's no step towards actually doing something about it. And I'm hoping that we can sit here and talk about that now. I can't believe that we have to have this kind of tragedy happen for us to even start speaking on it, to even bring it to address this, right? It's the same thing with like Gabby Petito when she went missing. And of course, then when she was found unalive and all that, there was some messages that were brought out, conversations that were needed to be brought out that actually forced other stories to be looked at in a good way. But it's tragic that we have to have some young girl, for example, lose her life just so we can have the dialogue, just so that we can have awareness of certain things that are going on in the world that are completely looked over. And it sucks that we have a situation like this with Twitch, with what happened with Twitch, that now we're starting the dialogue when we should have been had this dialogue long ass time ago. I will say that. All right. But hey, I guess it's better late than never. It's just terrible it's this way. Didn't have to go this way. I got another super chat. Let me grab that. Let me find it really quick, actually. Hold on. Thank you guys so much for your support. I really do appreciate it. Mrs. and Mr. Steelers, what's up? Thank you so much for the 5. Hey, family, if anyone needs to talk, I'm here. That's sweet. I can handle messy. I hope we all can, right? Find me on TikTok or Discord. Every life has value. Absolutely. I have space for you and your pain. You know what? That's lovely. That's the best $5 I think you've ever spent. Thank you so much for saying that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Again, this is a safe space right here. This chat room right here. Okay, this family chat is a safe space. So, Mrs. and Mr. Steelers, I'm sure you're not alone in what you just said here, but it's greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Never Too Late Productions, thank you so much for the $5 super sticker. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it, okay? But let's get into this article, okay? And I love the love and the energy. You know what I'm saying? We all need to be that every day, right? Be that healing light. I love that, okay? But let's get into this, guys. And and for love, okay, and for all this, please hit that like button down below. All right. Send some love and positivity to every single last one of us. Put some heart emojis, purple heart emojis out there for Mr. and Mrs. Mrs. and Mr. Steelers for what they said. You know what I mean? If you echo that, if you second that emotion, please put in those purple heart emojis if you can, and hit that like button down below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Okay, let's get into this article. Let's get into the nitty gritty. All right. So as I was saying before, Stephen Twitch's boss's wife told police that he just left unexpectedly. He wouldn't even answer his phone. All right. Okay. So Twitch's wife was adamant with cops Tuesday morning. She knew something was terribly wrong because he had left home without warning. and stopped all communication. That's big. Law enforcement sources tell TMZ, the article here, when Allison Holker, his wife, entered the branch of the LAPD Tuesday to report Stephen missing, she stressed how out of character Twitch's disappearance was. She told cops he just simply left their house. There was no argument or issue. He wouldn't even answer any of her calls. Now, this part is weird, okay? And I don't mean that in speculation land, okay? It's just a little bit weird. The reason why, I'll say in just a minute. Never Too Late Productions, thank you so much for becoming a member. Thank you so much for your support. And just like Never Too Late Productions, you could do the same thing by supporting the channel, all right? Hitting that join button down below and becoming a family member. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. And for those of y'all who haven't hit that subscribe button down below, I'll say this. I talk about everything on this channel, everything from pop culture, politics, true crime, controversy, even goofy stuff. You name it, we talk about it right here. This channel is a variety channel. So we talk about a lot of things. But we have a lot of great conversations here. So if you haven't done it yet, hit that subscribe button. Be great to have you part of the Pascal Show family. Anyway, let me say this, though. This is weird to me, okay? And I'm not saying that in a, speculation. I'm not saying anything weird, okay? Not saying anything of that in that. But it is kind of weird that he just up and left, just out of nowhere. She stressed how out of character Twitch's disappearance was. Let's be real. He's a father of 3. He's a loving and doting husband and father. Seems like he was always there holding it down. I mean, unless his wife knows, we don't know the ins and outs of their relationship. We don't. But the fact that she's saying that this was out of character, that this knowing family man and loving husband just up and left without his car, just disappeared, just kick rocks. That is strange. That is very, very strange. But then it makes you wonder, what is it that caused him to walk out the door? What is it that made him do this out of character thing? Strange, y'all. It's strange. And I feel that if there was any mental health, like if there was really any mental health issues, like if he was working on maybe I don't know, something deeper than just say depression or stress, right? If it was some sort of mental health ailment, like maybe being bipolar, schizophrenia, you name it, then I feel like she would have said something like, yeah, he hasn't been on his meds, or he, so on and so forth. He's been acting manic lately. He's been having flare-ups, etc. I've been seeing a history of how he's been, and this just happened. But the fact that she says that this was very out of character for him to disappear like this says something to me. Now, it doesn't mean, hold up. I'm going to say this too really, really quick. Now, this doesn't mean that I'm saying that there's foul play. I don't think there's foul play here. I really don't. And I know that the internet screets is talking like crazy, saying, oh, yeah, like that he, I know that the internet streets are out here saying, oh, there's some sort of foul play out here. But this would be interesting. Wait, hold on. I see a super chat here. Hold on. Let me grab that. It just disappeared. I saw it in the corner of my eye. Hold on. Darcy Miller just said, thank you so much for the 5. Twitch has spoken out about his depression and bipolar years ago. Okay. See, now that is information I didn't know. Now, if he has a history of of him being bipolar, and all that. I feel like that would be information. I just feel like that would be information that she would say or speak out and talk about, right? At least that's what I think. At least that's what I would think, right? But let me see. Hold on. Let me see something real quick. Hold on. Well, I'm going to look at some things. I want to see that for myself too, because that's news to me. If that is an actual fact. I'm not sitting here saying that Darcy's throwing lies at all. But I just want to see with my own two eyes. But still, no matter what, still very shocking to hear this information that she's like, hey, it's out of character for him to just up and leave, right? Now, if he did have something else going on, like bipolar, etc., I wish she would have said something at this moment. Also, at the same time, I don't think a lot of, like myself, I didn't know that about Twitch, him battling bipolar disorder. If that's something that he did put out and say and talk about that, I feel like that should have been out here in the forefront of this conversation as well. Why I say that is because there's a lot of people out here that are just running the mill, okay, running through the rumor mill, saying all kinds of things, saying, oh, it was the wife, or it was foul play because of this, and this. When if it could have been a manic episode, that would answer a lot of things here. Okay. And actually, it would destroy some of these ridiculous rumors that are running rampant through the rampant right now. Okay. But let me get this other super chat really, really quick. Amanda N, thank you so much for the 2. I sent you the article last night on Insta. Ooh, you did, Amanda? Say what? Say word? Hold up. Let me make sure I have it. Let me make sure. Interesting. 1 second, y'all. Let me see. Let me make sure I'm not crazy here. Sorry. I think this is the one this is the one I have up already. So we will be looking at that. But thank you, Amanda. I really do appreciate that. Thank you so much for the reminder. So I do have that, which we will be looking at here very, very shortly. But still, it is very interesting. Okay. Just that piece of information. But like I said, the rumor mill is going crazy right now, making things up, saying all kinds of stuff, and we never know. We never know what's going on here and all that. And I feel like we should be stepping back just a little bit just to see. Let's find out the truth. You see what I'm saying? Let law enforcement do their job instead of everybody going, oh, this foul play. It's like, hold on, chill. Like, let's just chill for a minute, right? But let's continue, okay? So, of course, like I said, she entered a branch of the LAPD Tuesday to report Stephen missing. She stressed how out of character his disappearance was. She told the cops he just simply left their house. There was no argument or issue. He wouldn't answer any of her calls. Our law enforcement sources say they then accompanied Allison back to the house, okay, doing a brief check around the property for any videos or clues as to where he had gone. Now, this is one of the last TikTok videos that they put out together, which is still so sad. Okay. So we're told Allison was so insistent on how odd Twitch's behavior was, officers considered listing him as a critical missing persons case. Now, some of you guys might be wondering, what is critical missing? What does a critical missing persons case mean? Well, a critical missing person is defined as any person under the age of 15 or over the age of 65, or anyone that, based on specific circumstances, mentally incapacitated, a patient who presents an imminent danger to himself, or others in a life-threatening situation, real or suspected danger of foul play, etc. So she literally, or the cops literally, were looking at the situation and were very concerned, saying this man could be a danger to himself or to others. He must have been having some sort of psychotic break, something where he's mentally incapacitated. They were about to literally file a critical missing persons case on Twitch before hours later he was found. Okay? That is a very serious thing. So clearly there was something up going on. Okay? Like Redheaded Riding Hood just said, it would probably be a depressive episode, Pascal. Bipolar runs in my family and I have it mildly. You are usually happy in your manic episode unless you get very manic and become psychotic. You see what I'm saying? So, like I said, if he was already having something going on, maybe something triggered him. It could have been anything. He could have had, maybe he was off his meds. I hate to say those things, but those are possibilities, right? Those are just possibilities. Something may have triggered him. Maybe he heard something. Maybe he found out something. Maybe it was a financial situation. You never know. We don't know because we're not Twitch. Okay? But I know that there's the theory, or the rumor, not the theory, but the rumor, the speculation of some sort of cheating or extramarital affair. Nah. Okay? Okay? Nah. I don't see it personally. But then again, I am not Twitch. I am not his wife. I am not his kids. Don't know him from a can of paint. Okay? All I know is that this is a very sad thing. This is a very unfortunate thing that happened. And it could very well have been a mental health situation. And that's what I'm leaning on. And that's what I'm looking at. However, let's continue. All right. However, as TMZ first reported, a 911 call came in shortly after Allison's contact with cops, saying Twitch's remains had been discovered in a motel less than a mile from his home. The DJ and TV host was gone by a self-inflicted GSW. Again, same photo as the other article, but this is a loving couple together. We spoke with staffers at the motel who said Stephen checked in on Monday morning with a small bag and booked just a single night. The staffers told us Stephen didn't seem visibly upset, and his body was discovered Tuesday morning after he failed to check out on time, which I feel like he knew what was going on. He knew the plan. I think he planned this out, everybody. I hate to say that, but I'm going to be real. All right? I'm going to be real. I feel like he planned this whole thing out. He had this planned. He knew what he was going to do. He knew that he was only going to check in for one night. He knew that he wasn't going to be coming out of that room after that one night, and that he was going to be found by staffers and not his family. Now, we talked about this last night. I know it's very gruesome and very grim to talk about this and get into this conversation, but we need to talk about it anyway. Apparently, from one of our family members mentioned in the family chat that this is a kind of thing that happens at hotels and motels all the time, where people are found gone in their rooms. And I asked out loud, why? And it's kind of a stupid question to throw out there and say, but at the same time, I've heard quite a bit, even after the show last night. There's a lot of people that have come up and talked about how they used to work in hotels or motels and have said, yeah, we find people. We don't want to find people, but we do find people. Another person, member of the family said in a message to me yesterday, late last night, they said that their hotel or their motel was known for finding people, and that staffers would get scared if someone did not, say, check out on time, or if they called the room to say, hey, it's 10 o'clock, you need to start checking out, and they don't pick up the phone and have somebody go up there for a wellness check. A lot of times they're scared to find what they feel would be the inevitable, which is human remains in there. Those are true stories. It's scary. So I do think that Twitch planned this out. He thought about this. And if it wasn't on a whim, he thought about this for a while. That's what I think. That's what I do think. And I hate to say it like that, but I do think that he had this choreographed ahead of time. I really do. But let's continue. So, of course, celebrity and fan tributes continue to pour in for Twitch, like people like Justin Timberlake, who has known him for over 20 years, Ellen DeGeneres, who called him pure and love light. And this is very important, though, too, guys. And I'm going to say this till I'm blue in the face, but if you or someone you know is struggling or in crisis, help is available. Call or text 988 or chat 988lifeline.org. Again, you can always call or text 988, or you can go to 988lifeline.org. There will always be someone to listen to you, okay? You don't have to be in the dark. Really, you don't. So let us continue. We have more. Now, they have officially said his cause of passing. It has been revealed according to the coroner. So let's get into this, shall we? And I will be, Amanda did send me this article. I will be showing that article in just a minute, okay? But this is the information that we need to hear and see as well. And then I promise you, we will be getting into the rest, okay? So, of course, we already know they're saying that he had passed from a self-inflicted GSW to the head, according to LA County Medical Examiner coroner. He was 40 years old. The manner of death was S on Tuesday, per the report. His place of his demise was listed at a motel. The case status was closed on the report. Boss worked on several films after breaking into the entertainment industry in 2008 and So You Think You Can Dance, but he became known for bringing energy to Ellen DeGeneres, the Ellen DeGeneres talk show, for 8 years. And of course, we already know he is survived by his family, his wife, and his 3 children. Okay. Again, this is absolutely mind-blowing. But the coroner has said this is a GSW to the head. He was found in this hotel room, and the case status is closed. All right? Case status is most definitely closed. So, for those of you guys who are maybe wondering any type of foul play of any sort, the coroner is saying his cause of passing was self-inflicted. All right? Let me get these super chats really quick before it all disappears. Misty Fisher, thank you so much for the 5. Some folks are extremely private when they are dealing with something within, and to everyone around them, they seem uh, they seem their normal selves. Sorry, normal. They seem their normal selves. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Like I said, you have somebody like this man right here, like tWitch, who's out here all smiles, all happy, happy go lucky, bringing in the energy, bringing in the high vibrations and the vibes all day long. You never really know. Like I said before, and I know it's cliche, but it's true. We never really know what a person is really going through. It's really easy for us to just assume that happy go lucky people are just happy go lucky all the time. What we see on TV, what we see on the TikToks, the IGs, and the social medias, it's just who they are all day long. Just happy go lucky, high energy, dancing and doing all the hitting the whoa every single 5 seconds. Nah. A lot of people out here just turn it on for the TV, turn it on for the camera, and then shut that mug off when it's over. And then they're low energy, chill. Some people are dealing with their own mental health, trying to keep things balanced, etc. But as soon as the camera comes on, boom, it's second nature, right? So we can't really know, right? We can't really know what somebody is going through unless they actually say something about it. And I get it. Let's be real. A lot of us can be very selfish in our own stuff, in our own worlds. We get self-absorbed. And I understand that it's our world, it's our lives. We have to live, we have to survive, we have to make money, we have bills that we have to pay, right? And then of course we got our own set of things that we got to deal with too, right? So we don't see the forest through the trees a lot of times. Or at least we forget. Because a lot of times we're just going through those broad strokes in life, right? We're just getting through it. We're just trying to get through the day, just like everybody else. Just trying to get through the day. All right? But it is important for us to step back and take a real good look every once in a while. I'm not sitting here saying every day you have to be self-aware of everything that's around you. That can be very overwhelming on a lot of people, right? But if you know that everyone has emotions and know that people have dark days and even even the people that are usually with low vibration have high vibration days too. You know, we all have a friend or a family member that may have, like I said, just have a different vibe. They're a little bit lower. They're a little bit not as happy all the time in comparison to maybe you that's really happy, bouncing all over the place, high energy, charismatic, loving, talkative, so on and so forth, right? Even those people that are unhappy, they still have days of happiness too, right? So we all have our levels, okay? I hate saying vibrations all the time, but I'm just saying the vibrations that we have. You know, we all have our levels of vibration. Sometimes our vibration sits in one space, in one spot, right? It's that resting space, right? That we're used to being. And it might dip, it might go high, it might dip down during the day or during the week or during the month or during the year. It just happens. But every time we see somebody who is happy-go-lucky, we instantly assume, oh yeah, he's good. He's happy all the time. Nothing, no problem, so on and so forth. Nah. We all have our moments. Okay? We have to just be aware of our surroundings. We have to be aware of our surroundings. We have to be willing to have conversations with the people that we care for reach out, talk to our friends. And also the other thing too is it's not only just on the people on the outside, it's also you on the inside too. You have to speak up too. A lot of times we can't read your mind. So if there's something not right, you just need to keep talking and speak up. And I say this, and I said it last night, it's the same thing with men. Men need to speak up more. There needs to be a safe space everywhere for men to be able to speak. And I'm not sitting here saying, oh, women don't do this and it's all women's faults and all that stuff. No, it's the world that's been built around the structure of what a man, the traditional sense of what a man should be and the traditional sense of what a woman should be, right? And I feel like some of those structures and some of those stigmas that are attached to our gender roles, I feel like need to be knocked down a few pegs. It's okay to talk, men. It's okay to speak out. It's okay to desire healing energy from the people that surround you with love. You don't have to be that big burly chest, caveman all the time. You don't. Now, I'm not sitting here saying that you got to be one big ball of mush all day, every day, all day, every day. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is that there needs to be a space in which you can go to your friends, to your family, to your loved ones, to your spouse, and be able to say, I feel. I'm not okay. Can we talk? Can I just bounce this off of you? Because I just feel this type of way about something. And I don't want any judgment. In fact, there shouldn't even be that conversation. The I don't want any judgment talk. You should be able to just go on there and say what you need to say. But that's just me. All right? That's just me. Yeah. The stereotypes. The stereotypes are kind of getting ridiculous. And also, and before, like, manosphere, okay, before we go into the manosphere ish and all that stuff, before they start, coming at me saying that I'm being soft about this subject matter or whatever, nah, okay, even the hardest of men still have a soft spot, okay. This is not me trying to dismantle and make men weak, and make men more feminine and women more masculine. Hell no, I'm not saying that at all. Okay, you can still be the manly man that you are. By all means, do your thing. But it does show the levels of a man. Shows levels of manliness if you're willing to admit that you need help. But for some odd reason, it's not looked at in that way. And then people out here consume their TikToks and their IGs and their YouTube videos of all these dudes. And they're going, oh, yeah, you got to be a man. This is how you're a man. Okay, sure. That is a part of being within the confines of the stereotype of what a man is. But also on top of that, being a man is being aware of what's going on for yourself. They talk about in that world how important it is to self-improvement, right? They talk about self-improvement. They talk about being better, right? Okay. Self-improvement also has mental health in there too. It's not just fast cars, money, and good-looking women on your arm. Okay? Having nice clothes and having OF models on your arms. It's more than that. It's finding health, body, mind, and soul. throughout. Not just the surface crap. The surface crap is nice too, but that doesn't say that makes you a man. Real talk, it doesn't. So, mental health is incredibly important. Because let's be real, you can't take the money with you, all right? You can't. And when you leave this planet unexpectedly, you have people still wondering why, like what we're doing right now. We're scratching our heads. We're trying to figure out what the heck is going on right now. Because he left unexpectedly. And I'm not sitting here saying this too. I'm not saying that he's less of a man for doing what he did. I'm not saying that at all. Let's not get that twisted. But this is a huge wake-up call. This should be a huge wake-up call for all men. For all men. You know, it's the other thing too. Let me just say this, okay? All right. Let's talk about Kanye. We got Kanye out here acting a dag nab fool. Okay? And there's a lot of people out here that are making a lot of fun of him. There's a lot of people out here that are bringing him onto podcasts and shows for their own financial gain. Not to sit there and go, hey, maybe we can try to help him. They're not doing that. They're saying, hey, yay, come on over to the show. Let's put your mental health issues and your manic episodes on display so that we can make money. Why are we not talking about that? Because at some point, God forbid, I hope this never happens, but at some point, what if we're, instead of Twitch's name in the title, it's Ye. And then all of a sudden, everyone's like, oh, he was such a good artist. He was so talented. He was a genius. Oh, if only. No, we should be talking about how we need to help him right now. And that he's surrounding himself with the wrong people. They're all yes people. They're only there for his monies, baby. And to grab a little bit of clout. And that's another man, another talented man that is not even getting the attention that he deserves in the right way. And I mean the attention of there needs to be a unified front of trying to sit down with him so that he can have some real professionals help him out. Whether he believes what he's saying or not, I don't care. All I'm saying is if he keeps spinning off the planet like this and he keeps getting applauded, nothing positive is going to come of this. Obviously, nothing positive has come of it so far. But now we're going to be sitting there saying some story of RIP, and I don't want that. I don't. I really, really don't. And so that's why it's frustrating to see men not getting the attention in the right way that they rightfully deserve, the help that they rightfully deserve. This thing just continues on and on and on. What the hell? Sorry, this page is acting a dang fool. And we need guidance. And I don't know who those people are. You know, we need other people out here speaking on behalf of mental health. Like, I will say this too. Okay. I will say this though too. I don't understand. So I interviewed Jennifer Lewis, and I know I keep going back to that, but she's a huge advocate for mental health, right? Being on that journey towards mental balance, happiness. She lives with constantly battling her bipolar disorder, and she is happy as all get out. And I still don't understand. I still don't understand. She did a video where we sat down, we did this interview. I asked her about Ye. She had some things to say. And and it was polarizing. The amount of hate that she received just for saying that he needs help, that he needs to talk to somebody, that he needs to be mindful of what he's saying because he's got kids. And his kids are going to forever remember these things that he's saying. Him sitting there saying, "I love the H man." That's wild, y'all. Okay, that's wild. And yet there are people out here angry. That man needs help. Okay, that man most definitely needs some help. Now, let me get this. This is page 6 is acting a doggone fool. Okay. Let me show you guys this before it disappears. So this is from what Amanda sent me and all that stuff. Okay. Of course, Twitch once spoke on overcoming hardships. Life just keeps going. So Stephen, Twitch boss, shared an uplifting message about overcoming hardships 5 years before he tragically died by S. It's a constant work in progress, the former Ellen DJ said in an episode of Aubrey Marcus on the Aubrey Marcus podcast in 2017. You'll make decisions that might seem right, that might seem right at the time, but then they're not. For me, it just helps to know that it keeps growing. It does, no matter what. Even if something seems very devastating, even if something seems very devastating, like there's some kind of force that's going to keep going, and it's there for you to naturally access. Boss added that he would sometimes reflect and ask himself, "Wait a minute, but what was that back there? What was it back here that just happened to me?" And would then make a choice to stay there and jump back into the program of everyday life. So you think you can dance alum did not go into detail about the difficulties he was dealing with, but shared how fatherhood added another level of pressure. I'm 35 years old. I'm a father of 2. I'm a husband. So it's just like I have so many lives other than my own that I have to take account for in my choices, my actions, and all of that, he said at the time. Sometimes I'm faced to make a choice that is the best possible choice I can make at that given moment. Now, will that be the perfect choice? No. Will it cause me to fall? Maybe. And if so, you've got to get back up really, really quick and pick up the lesson of whatever that is, and then keep it moving, because that's kind of what life does. Now, boss married, wife, of course, we already know. In 2013, at the time of the podcast interview, the couple shared a daughter, Wesley, that is now 14, and son, Maddox, that is now 6. They later welcomes their daughter, Zaya, who is now 3. And of course, this is their family right here. The pro dancer also told host Aubrey Marcus in the interview that he had fallen in love with the idea that the bounce back doesn't have to be romantic after a hard time. Your bounce back from a perceived failure or whatever something or whatever something that didn't work out for you, your bounce back immediately doesn't have to be like this Hollywood story, Boss said. It doesn't have to be like something that you tell your friends that at the end of it, your friends are going to go, wow, because that's another little ego trick. Another little ego trick I just recently found. Like you're writing your intro to a book. Marcus then responded to which Boss eerily replied with a laugh. I had the gun in my hand. And meanwhile, it's like some trivial ish. I was looking at myself when I've talked about this. This is something I've for sure done. Interesting. The Real Dirty Dancing host continued. It's super romantic. It was hard, but I found my way out. I feel like because that's kind of a natural cycle of life, then if you just trust the process and kind of allow it, then those highlight reels will come. Twitch also spoke about how his art helped him deal with stressors, noting when you feel good, you dance. No matter what, life is going to move forward, he added. Interesting. Of course, we already know he was found gone. All right. And we have already read the statement from Allison, but I'll say it really, really quick. Stephen lit up every room he stepped into. He valued family, friends, and community above all else, and leading with love and light, and everything with him, everything to him, and light was everything to him. Let's see, Stephen, we love you, we miss you, and I will always save the last dance for you. Of course, this is a photo of them together. Of course, Ellen DeGeneres has spoken out saying that she was heartbroken as well. So, I mean, this is something interesting. I mean, he does go into conversation about depression, dealing with hardships, the ups and downs, etc. Now, I don't see anything here talking about him battling with bipolar disorder, but maybe there is something out there that does talk about that in full detail. But this interview that he had with Aubrey Marcus, he did say, it's not a Hollywood movie. Life is life. Life keeps going, and all that. So, he said, you'll make decisions that might seem right at the time, but then they're not. For me, it just helps to know that it keeps going. It does, no matter what. Even if something seems very devastating, like there's some kind of force that's going to keep going, and it's there for you to naturally access. Yeah. But he did say, I mean, I don't know if he was being literal or if he was saying that just to be, within this conversation, like metaphorically speaking. But he did say, he was talking about, like these things, life is not a Hollywood movie, right? And mistakes happen, right? But then he says, then Marcus kind of speaks back, like responding, like you're writing an intro to a book. Then of course he said, this is when he said, yeah, I had the gun in my hand. And meanwhile, it's like some trivial ish. I was looking at myself when I've talked about this. This is something I've for sure done. So he clearly has been talking about battling these issues and things that he's had internally. And a lot of it seems to be about the roller coaster ride of success, right? And we all have those moments too, where we we're working, we're doing what we're doing. We're, some of us are entrepreneurs. Some of us just have the regular 9 to 5 job, which is okay, which is totally fine as well. We all have work, right? We all have businesses. Sometimes businesses are successful and incredibly successful, and some are not, right? Some businesses fall apart, or you have low days, right? Not every job, not every gig is perfect all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if you're doing a job that you love more than anything in the world, and I call those careers, if you're in a career that you love more than anything in the world, all right, and there are also careers that are just devastating and people are stuck, right? But when it comes to this, all right, when you're doing a career, even the people that love their career more than anything still have crappy days. I've had many days on this show where it's just been a bad day. You just got to push through it, right? Life keeps going. The news keeps happening. You got to report the news. You got to talk about this thing. It's the regular thing. It's every day, y'all. You could be the happiest go luckiest bartender in the world, loving slinging drinks and being around people and talking to them and hearing them, and you might love everything about that job. Yet there's still going to be days you don't want to be there. And that's normal. It's okay, right? We all have highs and lows. It's okay. Business is business, and then business can be really crappy sometimes. Okay? It can be really, really crappy. Chrissy Bug, thank you so much for the $50 super chat. Wow. Thank you so very much. Thank you for talking about this. I'm a happy, bubbly person, but 5 years ago, I wanted to do the same as Twitch. Oh, I'm so sorry. No one would have expected it because I didn't show that side. I just want people to remember there are people who love and care about you. Absolutely. And I wonder, Chrissy Bug, what did you do to shake out of it? Because I know that there's a lot of people out here that, again, have thought about it, have gone through their dark days. Even the people that are right now going through it, that are wondering, is there light at the end of the tunnel? What can I do to shake myself out of this? I wonder what you did. Did you speak to somebody? Did you reach out to a friend? Did you call 988? Did you, I don't know, eat something that you really enjoy? I don't know. Whatever it is, I would love to hear what got you through that dark time. Because I know it's not that simple, but maybe a little bit could help, right? Maybe a little bit of information could help those that are out here trying to figure their lives out and trying to find a way out of that darkness. Crystal, the groomer, thank you so much for the 5. I appreciate it. I suffer a lot, and the worst part is not being able to talk to your partner. I'm lucky to have a wonderful best friend, even if she's just far away. Well, Crystal, I really, really hope that I don't know if you are, because you said the worst part is not being able to talk to your partner. I don't know if you're saying present day you have a partner that you can't speak to. But at least I'm happy if that's the case. I'm sorry to hear that. But I am happy that you do have a best friend that you can at least call, right? That you at least have a friend that you can reach out to and have a conversation with them on the phone. You can FaceTime them. You can call them. You can text them. You can email them. Shoot, you can write a letter in a scroll and give it to a hawk and let them fly over there. It doesn't matter. However you go and get that conversation going, just do it, by any means necessary. But if you do have a partner, it does make me wonder if that's what you mean by that you can't speak to your partner. The one main question I would ask is why you wouldn't be able to talk to your partner, because that's the number one person you should be able to turn to, right? So I'm hoping that that's I'm hoping. Well, regardless, I'm happy you have someone to talk to. Okay, because we all deserve to have someone we can talk to. Okay. But let's see. There's something here. Hold on, guys. I am so sorry. I'm looking at your the chat, the family chat. All right. And again, there's always 988. Okay. There's always that national hotline that you can dial. It's simple, 3 numbers, 988 that you can call. Okay. We got a little bit more here, guys. So I want to show you guys a few things, but I wanted to see if Chrissy Bug responded to me. So I'm just combing through the chat really quick to see if maybe she did, but I don't think she did. Unless I'm overlooking it, because I'm speed scrolling right now trying to see if she did. But regardless, I appreciate you guys sharing what you shared. Okay, I really do appreciate it. But yes, I still have yet to hear anything about bipolar. Now, anything beyond that, his depression, etc. Yes, I've heard that, but I feel like that piece of information about bipolar would have been talked about, would have been brought up in this article or any of these other articles that have been coming up. Not once. And I'll show this again one more time. Thank you to Amanda for sending it to me, but it still says in here him speaking about overcoming hardships, which could mean him just dealing with the ups and downs of life and depression. But not once did they say anything about bipolar disorder. And I feel, again, that they would have said that in this article right here as well. This one right here, where he just left unexpectedly and all that. I feel like she would have said quick, yes, he is bipolar. He has this, that, and third. I just feel like there would have been a lot more said in this article if he was someone that was suffering from bipolar disorder, okay, and battling it every single day. Now, I got a couple more things real quick before I show these videos and all that. I got a super chat I just saw in the corner of my eye. Let me get that. Danielle, thank you so much for the 5. After the attempts, therapy has been everything. I stopped an attempt with the thought, this is a permanent, horrible solution to a temporary problem. Beautifully said. Thank you so much for saying that. That's one thing I wanted to say too. And I need to piggyback this. Yes, there's a lot of us that are going through dark times, and we do the unthinkable, thinking that that is going to be the solution to a temporary problem by permanently taking ourselves from this planet. Again, these problems do pass. These moments of darkness can pass if you put in the work. If you put the work in, it'll work. But a lot of people, unfortunately, do exactly what she said at the end, which is they make permanent, horrible solutions, which they think are solutions to a temporary problem. And if it's a money thing, money is, I believe money is energy. Okay? It comes in and out. It ebbs and flows. Sometimes you got good energy, you got a lot of it. Sometimes you don't, right? But money always comes. And if it was a financial situation, even when you hit that rock bottom financial situation, maybe you're in the red. God forbid you ever get in the red. But whenever you get into the red, man, money comes back. You can always come back. That's what I believe. You know, I've been in situations where I'm like, damn, where's the next dollar going to come from? And then out of nowhere, boom, something just drops in my lap out of nowhere. The energy is real out here, y'all. Okay? I believe it's energy. It comes and goes. And yes, some of us have a lot of it and some of us don't have a whole lot of it, right? Be nice to have a lot of it, right? But at the end of the day, if it was a financial thing, that too would pass. Sometimes you just have to sit 5 minutes a little bit longer and then boom, it just shows up. So please, or those feelings that you have, where you feel like you can't go further, you can't do more. I'm telling you right now, if you just sit a little bit longer, you'll realize how beautiful and how fleeting that feeling you have is. Real quick, I want to say this too. Big, huge thank you to Pink Society. Thank you so much for gifting 5 memberships. Thank you so very much. I really do appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me you just okay, there it is. Welcome to the family. AJ Glam, Beverly Cook, Bad Girl, and Sarah P. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's the fifth? Where's the fifth? I don't. Oh, and Ashley Oakes. Okay, welcome to the family. All right, welcome to being a member. Thank you so much, and give Pink Society some love by giving some heart emojis. That would really mean a lot. Purple heart emojis if you can. That'd be great. Now, Chrissy Bug, thank you for the 10. She said, "Thank you guys. It was actually my husband who noticed something was off, and he got me into a good church. So your spouse and faith got you through it. Also knowing what it would mean to my fam. I couldn't do that to them." Yeah. Yeah. And that's beautiful. I appreciate you coming on and saying that as well. Like I said, without family, without our spouses, without our best friends, without the people that we hold near and dear to our hearts, it's really, really awesome when you have somebody out here that is that knows you. Because that's the part too. That feeling of, oh, they don't understand me. They don't know me. No one understands me. But then out of nowhere, out in left field comes your husband, right? And holding it down. He's like, you don't seem okay. What's going on, babe? Talk to me. It's a beautiful feeling. It's the only times when it feels good to be wrong, right? So shout out to your husband, Chrissy. And I'm glad you found a support system, not only just with your husband, but also with your church. That's an amazing thing. Real talk. That's an amazing thing. Keep it up. Okay. We're happy you're here. Okay. And I'm sure your husband is too. Tara Toy, thank you so much for the 5. I really do appreciate it. Thanks for speaking kindly about Twitch, mental health, and sharing your thoughts. More power to you. Thank you so much for the $40. I really do appreciate the $40 super chat. Thank you so very much, Tara. That really does mean a lot. Thank you so very, very much. Okay. Thank you so much for your support. This is a tough conversation, but it's a conversation that we need to have nonetheless. Now, I do want to share this video. This is another video. I got to wrap up the show here soon, but there's 2 videos that I want to show you guys. One of them is more heartfelt. The second one, I don't know how to take this one, but I'm going to show you this first one. This is from Tyler Perry. Okay, Tyler Perry was definitely moved by the information here, by the news about this, about Twitch taking his life, and he had some things to say about his own issues and his own bouts with depression and multiple attempts as well. So let's take a listen to this. And please hit the number 1 and let me know you can hear it.
Hey, everybody. I, like the rest of the world, am shocked by the death of Stephen Boss, Twitch. And it prompted me to come on to talk to any of you who are going through hard times, struggling. I've only met him a couple of times. He was always full of life and seemed like such a light. But with that said, I just want to take you back to a time in my life where I tried to commit suicide a couple of times because it was so dark. I didn't think it would get any better. I had endured so much pain, so much abuse, sexual abuse. It was all so hard to just move through that I thought the only way to make this better, this pain go away, is to end my life. Had any of those attempts happened, I would have missed the best part of my life. I know you may be going through some things. I know you may seem like there is no hope, but please reach out to someone. I'm going to post this number. Call, ask for help if you are dealing with anything that is emotionally taking you to a place where you think you want to end your life. What I realized now, looking back on all those dark times, is sometimes the pain is a buy-in. I know that's hard to understand. Not all the time. Sometimes the pain is a buy-in. That's the way I had to learn to look at it to get through it. What I mean by that is all of that pain, all of that hell, all of that struggle. If I had given up, if I had stopped, I wouldn't have seen the better part of my life. So I was buying into something. I was paying for something. I know that doesn't make sense to a lot of people, but for me, it was the way I was able to rationalize it, to be able to move through the pain, knowing that if I could just get through this moment, there's got to be something better. And my life now, I'm the happiest I've ever been. Life is full of joy and love, things I never thought I'd get to. And I'm saying that to you, if you are a person who is considering suicide or ending your life, and you've already been through a lot of hell, please, please, please think about what the other side could be. It could be amazing. And you would miss the best part of it, going through the darkness. Don't let the darkness stop you from getting to this incredible place of light. My hope is that if you need help, that you reach out, call this number. God bless you. I'm with you. I'm a living witness. You can make it through it. And I'm so glad that my attempts didn't work. I'm still alive, the best part of my life. And I would have missed it had I decided to end it. So, well, I did, but if it had worked. So thank you. My prayers are with you. Let's end this new year loving us, loving on each other, and encouraging ourselves, because it's going to take that from within. God bless you. Rest in peace, Twitch.
Yeah. I really do appreciate the many, many people that have stepped forward and have been speaking out about this. This is something that we need to talk about. I mean, even though this is something that we're talking about right now, this is still a conversation that needs to continue to be had, no matter what. And what he said was very true. Man, I would love to sit down and talk to Tyler Perry one day, but that's a goal. That's on the bucket list. All right. But one thing that he did say is, you never know what's going to happen at the end of the other side of this dark tunnel. I know I say dark tunnel a lot, but I keep saying dark tunnel because there's a light at the end of that tunnel. You can get through that dark phase. You never know how bright it is on the other side. You haven't waited through it. But once you go through that, you can find that happiness. You'll be so happy going, oh my God, I can't believe I just got through that. And the fact that I got through that means I can do anything. I can do anything. If I could get through that, I can achieve and accomplish anything I want. But unfortunately, there's a lot of people out here that don't wait through that dark time. They don't wait that extra 5 minutes. And this is why it's so important to have these conversations. That's why it's so important to look at to know about this phone number and the 3-digit number as well. Because there are people out here that really do feel that they can't go any further. That one more step is just a step towards more devastating pain and suffering. And I agree with what Tyler Perry said here. Don't be fearful. Just wait that extra 5 minutes. You'd be surprised. You'll be surprised what you can do. You'll be surprised what your body, yourself, what you can really endure. And once you realize that you can endure that, man, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. There is another video I wanted to show you guys as well. This is something that I found. This is something that I found very interesting. Now, I know that there's people who are taking this and thinking that it's something else. Columbus Short was recently on his phone talking some stuff. And this is just ridiculous in my personal opinion. But I'm going to get into that in just a minute. Real quick, I wanted to say, first off, I got a couple super chats that I want to get to. But real quick, I wanted to say this too. Definitely please go and follow me on my Swagit app. All right. If you haven't been there yet, I will be putting a link into the description box and in the top of the comments here in just a little bit. And it literally, this is an app, brand new app, where you can go and sorry, I'm just putting this into the chat right now. If you go download the app, the Swagit app, you follow me on the website or on the app, and my my account is the Pascal Show, one word. You will be instantly entered into a $100 giveaway contest at the end of this month. I'm very excited about it. It's a brand new app, ground floor, brand spanking new app. It's kind of in the same vein of TikTok a little bit, but I will be putting only exclusive information, exclusive videos only on there. You won't find this kind of content anywhere else. You definitely want to go over to Swagit app and download that app right now, and yeah, get a chance to win $100. Okay, so just wanted to give you guys that heads up as well. All right, now let's get into these super chats really quick. Pink Society, thank you so much for the 10. I appreciate it. If you don't have a support system, find joy in things that you love. Exactly. Get an emotional support animal, find a therapist that fits you, make friends that have similar hobbies online or in person, travel, etc. Absolutely. I agree. Absolutely. Find joy in the things that you love, period. Find joy in the things that you love. All right. Seriously. It could be just as simple as that. It could be yoga, or try something new. You know, I find joy in running. I found a lot of joy in running. I go out and I put miles in, almost every single day, every morning. I love it. I found joy in that. It's a brand new hobby that I love. You see what I'm saying? It's finding those things that you just absolutely enjoy that make you feel good. Healthy choices, not like, oh, I'm going to be a recreational, user now. No, I'm saying it's things that are good for you, not only for you mentally, but physically as well. Find something that makes you happy. Crystal, the groomer, thank you so much for the 5. My partner does not understand my problem, so I don't talk. Makes him mad when I feel that way, but my best friend goes through the same and understands. Interesting. Maybe you need, I mean, this is just a suggestion, or maybe a question / suggestion. And if you have done this, then forget what I said, but maybe you guys should talk about going and talking to a therapist so that he can understand you more, because that's terrible. If your partner doesn't understand what you're going through, that's terrible. That's a very lonely situation. So I would definitely recommend, if you can, I would definitely bring in a therapist to speak with both of you guys so that he can fully understand what's going on. Yeah, that's what I would say. But then again, I'm not a guru or an expert. But that's what I would say. Hold on, I got one more super chat. Whoa! T Trisha 1, thank you so much for the $100 super chat. Wow. Thank you so much. Wow, T. Thank you. Keep doing what you do. The Pascal Show, you're making a difference. Wow. Thank you. Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you for the $100 super chat. Wow. And then, of course, I have the other member chat that you have here, and it's from T Trisha. Thank you so much. Give T Trisha some love in the chat. I'd really appreciate that. The highest in the room. Thank you so much. She says in her family membership chat, great show. I'm very glad to be a member. She's been a member for the past 20 months, by the way. So thank you so much. And she said, this conversation is much needed. And I agree. I couldn't agree more. It is definitely a conversation that needs to be had and continued to be had. All right. I think that is all the super chats. I think so. Bada bing, bada boom. So I wanted to show you guys again. Thank you, T. I do appreciate that. That's amazing. I did want to show you guys this video. I got my own thoughts on this, but I'm going to let you guys see it so you guys can consume it with your eyeballs, and we're going to talk about it briefly. Take a listen.
Twitch, and what I talked about earlier, you guys don't know what people are going through. You know, people made investments, people do a lot of things. This is just a theory. You know, people are awful. You know what I mean? Like, people like Twitch are not awful. Twitch was amazing, is amazing still. His legacy shall live on. But, you know, what if you invest in something that took your whole life savings, possibly? Yeah, it gets rough. It gets rough. You know, I don't want to speak too much on that, but here, what I will speak to, Tracy Christian still haven't given me my money. And this is what I'm talking about. It's like, why? Because you got caught up. You can't pay me my money in a trust account. I do not trust your account. I do not trust you, Tracy Christian. And I'm not going to kill myself. I promise you that. So pay me my money. Twitch.
So, yeah, that happened. Okay. There's a lot to dissect in my mind. Now, I know a lot of people are sitting here talking about, oh, this could have been, you know, crypto stuff, blah, 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 you know, because crypto is just falling apart, as we're hearing everywhere. There's a lot of people that are talking about maybe he invested a bunch of money into crypto and now he's lost a lot of that. Hence the reason why he did what he did. But then on top of that, like, this is just ridiculous. First off, Columbus Short, Columbus Short. All right. Let me just say that. So he talks about that, and then he turns it into all about himself. So instead of it being a video about him saying RIP, this is what, maybe just throwing out this information, which he didn't even need to put out this information. Let's keep it real. He didn't even need to say any of this ish at all. But the fact that he has the audacity to sit here, go onto this platform, use Twitch's name to get into the algorithm, but then at the tail end says, Tracy Christensen or Tracy Christian, you owe me money. Where's my money? This is the most selfish video I've ever seen in my whole entire life. The most self-centered video I've ever seen in my whole entire life. I've seen some really bad videos of other celebrities doing some selfish, ridiculously egotistical, egocentric crap. But I've never seen something like this before, ever. Oh, yeah, you know, he had investments and it was a bad thing that went bad and blah, blah, blah. You know, but I'm not going to talk about that. But I am going to talk about this dude because this dude owes me money. Where's my money? Huh? You know, the hat that he has on his head is exactly, yeah. Isn't it ironic? Don't you think? But this dude has the audacity to say what he said, making comments about possibly the reason why Twitch reacted in the way that he did is because he lost maybe a whole bunch of money in an investment deal that went bad. And then instead, after that, continued stacked on top of that some other BS on his own personal ish. Now, let me say this too. Doesn't Columbus Short have enough issues on his own plate right now? Does he need more negativity? Does he need more negativity? I'm not going to go into the Columbus Short's stuff and how he's been in and out of court for various reasons and stuff. Okay, you can do your own due diligence. Google it for me, loves. All right, but the fact that he's using Twitch's demise, Twitch's passing, so that he can get his own personal message out on how he needs his money back is the most shameful-ish I have ever seen in a really, really long time. And this dude is trying to say like, oh, this is my boy. We were friends and stuff. A friend doesn't do this. A friend most definitely does not do this. But I just wanted to show that to you guys because that's the kind of BS that's out here. And all the things that Columbus Short could have been saying right here. Beautiful things he could have said. Awareness of mental health, awareness of for suicide awareness, etc. All the things that he could have been saying right now. And he decided not to do that. He just said, hey, this dude, Tracy Christian, you owe me money. Where's my money? What the is that? Stupid as hell. People, don't be that friend. Okay? Please don't be that friend. Chrissy Bug, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. I really do appreciate it. Also, a big thing is you. Remind yourself that you are kick-ass and can conquer anything. We really are built to get through things. And you have to push the negativity out and breathe the positivity in. Absolutely. I agree 110%. Beautifully said. Thank you so much for the $20 super chat, Chrissy Bug. I really do appreciate that. That is very true. You are the light as well. Not only do you have light around you, but you are the light too. Just sometimes we forget where the switch is to turn it on. That's all. That's why you have friends around going, oh no, it's right there to the left and a little bit up. Oh, there you go. See? Got you, bro. You're incredible. I love you. I know it's all cheesy and stuff, but that's how it is. That's how it should be. Actually, that's what I meant. That's how it should be. Continue to be the light and continue to have that light around you. That's how you stay out of the darkness. Real talk. But as far as that video, that last video, I leave that up to you on what you guys think on that, right? To me, I think it's absolute horse-ish. It may have been a investment gone bad, and that's why he was reacting in the way that he did. Maybe he thought all my money is gone. I don't know how I'm going to bounce back from this, and it was a moment. Maybe that it was that. It could have been anything else. It could have been anything that triggered this man. We don't know. We just don't know. But all I know is that we need to continue having these conversations. We need to keep being the light in a sea of darkness, especially this time of year. But it should always be all year round, regardless. But this is the time of year where rates, if you get what I'm saying, is at an all-time high. Every year it's like this. The holidays are the worst time, especially New Year's Eve, actually. I'll say that too. It peaks right around New Year's Eve. So we need to be mindful of the people that we love. This is the season of cheer and happiness and family and wholesomeness and all that cheesy crap. You know, dressing up your dogs in Christmas costumes and walking around in elf onesies and stuff like that, drinking eggnog and hanging the Christmas tree or whatever you have. You know what I'm saying? It is full of all that cheesiness. Embrace it. Seriously. All it is just light. Embrace it. It's supposed to be the most wonderful time of the year, not the most devastating time of the year. Okay? So anyway, guys, I have to get going. All right. I am going to be seeing the new Avatar movie in just a little bit. I'm very excited about it. I probably will be doing a fresh out of the theater reaction video as soon as I get a chance to see this movie. I'm very excited about it. So be on the lookout just to let you guys know if it's worth seeing it or not. Okay. Real talk. I'll let you know if it's worth watching or not. Alex, you're right. Thank you so much for that reminder. I do have some t-shirts and hoodies, custom-made t-shirts and hoodies that bring awareness to suicide awareness. Portion of the proceeds goes to the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. Please go over to pascalmerch.com. I'll make sure that it's tagged to the top of the page here. Please go and check those out. There's some really, really great t-shirts and hoodies specifically for this movement, for this awareness, okay, and for a great cause. I want us all to be light for everyone that's maybe in a sea of darkness right now. Also, there is some really great deals going on throughout the entire page right now. Please go over to that page. That would really mean a lot. Check out my hoodies, t-shirts, cups, like I got mugs, etc. I got some really great stuff that I designed myself with these two hands. So please go and check out that page. We got some crazy deals going on. And we also have another really big deal going on tomorrow that you may want to keep an eye out for, because I will drop that information in the community page as well. Okay. Redheaded Riding Hood, thank you so much for the 50. Thank you so much for the 50. Thank you so very much. Yes, thanks, Pascal, for bringing awareness. Yes, be the light. I found you recently after I left the St. Louis area where I was based while traveling the U.S. in my RV for a year. It helped with my depression. Well, thank you so much for coming to the show, and I'm glad we were here to be a part of your journey and all that. So thank you so much for telling me that. That does make me really, really happy. Seriously, that really does mean a lot. All right. Thank you so very, very much. And again, before I get going, I just want to remind every single last one of y'all that you are not alone. Okay? You are not alone. And if you do feel that you are alone and you can't speak to anybody, talk to a friend or anything, you can still call the National Hope Line Network Suicide and Crisis Hotline, which is 1-800-442-HOPE, which is 1-800-442-4673. Or you can even call or text 3 simple numbers, 988. Again, it's 988. Okay? And of course, if there's any information about this, if there's any more, if they find out there is foul play, if anything of that sort does come out, which I don't think it is. Okay, I'm just going to say that really quick before you guys jump down my throat thinking that I'm saying that I think that it is. I don't think it is at all. But if there is any proof of foul play, you know for a fact you'll get it right here from me. I will be talking about it. We will talk about it. We will break it down. And of course, if there's any new information about the Idaho 4, I will be talking about that as well. And of course, you know, we're still waiting for some information about Shanquella Robinson, trying to bring justice for that as well. And it's frustrating. It's very, very frustrating. Hold on. Zanita just said, a dancer posted this video and Twitch replied and helped him out of a dark place. The strongest people tend to be hurting the most. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to look at that when I get a chance. I got to hop off, but I'll make sure, Zanita, thanks so much for sharing it with me on Facebook. I'll be sure to take a look at that here in just a little bit. If I got some time, I'll bring it up onto another show. Okay. Janine, thank you so much. You're doing a great job, Pascal. Thank you. Have a blessed day. The Columbus clip got me cracking up. Thanks. Yeah, it's just trash. It's garbage water, y'all. That video is garbage water. Whether he's telling truth there, it gets mucked up by his BS at the end. It's so trash. It's trash. It shows that he has there's no heart there. Zero heart. All right. I ain't got time for it, and you guys don't have time for it too. So please, guys, do me a favor before you head off. Do me a favor, hit that like button down below. Send it past the 1K. All right. A like doesn't cost a thing. Getting it to 1K is nothing. We're almost at 900 likes right now. So you get it to 1K, that would really, really mean a lot. And if you haven't done it yet, hit that subscribe button, okay? Crush it, make it scream out your name. That would really, really mean a lot to me, okay? We're almost at 84,000 subscribers, literally. We are almost at 84,000 subscribers. That is just wild. That is just straight wild. Couldn't have done it without you guys. So I appreciate every single last one of y'all and all your energy, okay? But anyway, guys, thank you so much for the love. Yeah, S. Brownie, he may have been on brownies, okay? He may have been on brownies. All right. But anyway, guys, I appreciate all y'all. Oh, Latif said the Christmas theme merch slaps. Thank you. Thank you. You know, we try out here. We try hard out here in these streets, bruh. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you, Latif. Thank you so much, dude. Yeah, check out our Christmas merch. We got a whole bunch of Christmas merch, etc. Seriously, got a gang of stuff, gang load of stuff, gang. All right, so go check that stuff out. Anyway, hit that like button down below. Hit that subscribe button. Do not forget to do that. And I'll be talking to you guys soon. Check out my merch page, pascalmerch.com. Trust me, there's going to be something there you're going to like. Okay. Anyway, it's time to get going. Continue to be the light, everybody. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. And I'll see you guys very, very soon. This is the Pascal Show. Bye.